Hello everybody, welcome back to AI War Fleet Command, Champion Reboot series here of course, and if you are new to AI War, I strongly recommend going into the description and checking out some of the previous playlists. Everyone builds on the one before, and so I don't want to be blathering out about stuff that you don't really understand. Now, we did get our champion here into Acratic method, and you can see that, well, there's nothing here. And it barely survived. I had to put maximum shields on it, and you can see, well, they're not looking so hot at the moment. Hull's at 19%, shields at 13%, but we made it through the Psyche system. And basically just did it with a little bit of distraction and finding a decent path through. Here's the problem with that, though. Of empty nebula. Commander, our shadow vessel has entered the nebula, but we are not detecting anything out of the ordinary. Best move on, I suppose. Note from the developer, there are two reasons you may be seeing this. One, all remaining scenarios require the resolution of some of the currently ongoing nebula scenarios. In general, you probably don't want to start more than one scenario at once because each usually requires direct attention if you want to win. Or, two, all scenarios have already been seeded into the game. Only so many unique nebula scenarios are defined for the game, and they don't make sense to duplicate. So any nebulae beyond the number of unique scenarios are simply empty. If we define more scenarios in a later version, then revisiting an empty nebula will cause one of those new scenarios to spawn there. We hope you enjoy the game. So in other words, we've completed all the nebula stuff. The nebula campaign is in fact over, and that makes a lot more sense with the way the last one ended. I think it was in Falcorum, where we got the battleship, and we didn't have, like they said, the planetary adjustment device had been completed. That sort of wrapped everything up. What do we do now then? Since, raiding in here and leveling up the champion more is not a problem, not an option. And we need to get Uranus and Rhea next. And I could take one of those, start working on one of the core worlds. But I think that's a little premature. We do have, a little over an hour. We've got that exo-wave coming, and we're not in the right situation for this, I don't think. Given that we've got, limited metal, I'd like to save up quite a bit more. And so what I'm going to do is spend a little time on what I'm going to call a raiding tour of the galaxy. The idea is, by hitting systems with maximum force, hopefully we lose a limited amount of ships while knocking out some of the hybrid stuff, making sure we keep the threat pretty low. It's up to almost 300. So there's a couple spots, like maybe anything with strength over, say, about 1,000 or so. Maybe those top three systems, I should knock those out. And normally I do this off screen, but this is going to be sort of an extended period of it. So I'm probably going to do little montages of the various places that I pop in and do things as we go. And the idea behind that is just sort of, show little bits of the process as we get closer and closer to the exo-wave, and try to clean out the galaxy just a little bit more. Alright, now this is Diabeasting. We lost a few ships on our way in here. It's this system right up here. We come up from Papagena. Notice we don't have very many hybrids around. So we can focus on knocking out hybrid facilities, which is our purpose here. And we want to locate them. Got some over here. There's a couple of them over here by the Nereid jump. And a couple of them up here. So I think I'm going to take my group and head this way. I'm using the same strategy as before. Keep everything inside the assault transports that I can. There we go. And boom, those are gone. And let's just generally head over this way. A couple EMP Guardians. Going to get rid of those. More fun things over there. Some of them are Mark IV fun things. There we go. Now there's a bunch more hybrid facilities. So we have to have like an ion cannon free trip. And it just so happens that we have that actually here. So I'm gonna risk going on to Nereid and see what happens there. Now is there The other thing is, I'm going to want to come back through here. So let's get rid of the ion cannons that are actually in here. Which there was one of them up there, and then where's the other one? Yeah, it's right here in the middle. Okay, so I just want to make sure that there's, you know, that you're getting rid of any unnecessary risk that's going to transpire here. Let's go ahead and get rid of that, and then of course we want to get out of the range of that missile guard post as soon as possible. Take that out, and we've already lost a handful of ships. We are going to lose ships in this process. We just have to hope that what we take out is worth it. Narrate, we're going to go in there, and then we're going to try to come back through. Whoops, okay. Then we're going to try to come back through. I probably should have eliminated that guard post. I'm thinking that was a mistake. Okay, we're almost dead here with some of our stuff, and what's this range? Yeah, that's gonna hit us. So job number one is to get out of the range of that. What do we have here? Needler. So we're kind of stuck between these two. What about over here? That's another Needler. There isn't really a good way that I can see out of this pocket. So I think I head towards the middle and get rid of that Needler. I think that's as good as anything. Let's get rid of it. There we go. And then, oh my, we have all kinds of fun creatures in here. And it is a Mark IV system. So it's not going to be a complete pushover. That's part of the problem with this, is we have to take on Mark IV systems if we're going to get rid of, yep, okay. More stuff shooting at us there. Let's see where we're looking at for our targets. We've got a couple of them over here by this cloaker. Oh, and there is an ion cannon there. We'll want to get rid of that. Hive spawner. And then we've got one right in here on top of that. That's a Mark III drone spawner. We're going to leave that one be. And these are, yeah, these are right here. So let's take out that ion cannon first. Why are we not moving in here? Okay. In any case, there we go. All right, let's form up now, and I think it's time to go back. Let's try to split this highway here between those two. Okay, yeah, there's a laser guard post in there as well. Let's stay up this way. There's not going to be a better route, I don't think, for me to get through. So let's just work our way through. I mean, we've done some major damage here. Let's try to get back into diabeasting. There we go. And I think now, yep, everything's going to be released here. So we're going to have more firepower, but it's going to be harder for us to get through. And from here, we need to go back to Chiron, Mustafar, Papagena. Let's just move on our merry way. And we're going to move slower, because we've got all of our ships out. Let's go ahead and get rid of that missile guard post. Come on, shoot at it. Shoot at it today before it blows up my entire fleet. That'd be really cool. Okay, now we're going to move back up this way. And, oh, that's a nice sized reprisal coming to Radislava. That'll be fun. Of course, it will also feed us more salvage. There we go, and this is the fun passage, because it dumps us out right on top of this. So we got to get out of range right away. Right away being a flexible term. And you can see that like, we're trying to attack this stupid modular fortress. Not what we want. Not at all. I knew you would see. I didn't care. And we got some ships that are down, and we've lost some in here. We just haven't lost a great deal. And this, I want to get a little bit further away. I want to make sure. Yeah, that should be enough. And now we're going to head back off to Mustafar and continue our trip back. Meanwhile, there's a super hybrid on Callisto, but it hasn't decided where it's going to stay. So we're just going to head back, survive what we can, and then rebuild. So we bottomed out in metal through that whole process, but then on our way back through, we rebuilt it through the reprisals. Didn't lose ourselves that much time in the grand scheme of things. See, we've maxed out on knowledge for the moment. I may want to use that on something before the next exo arrives. Now, for my next little barrel of fun, I want to do something that I have sort of been procrastinating on since very early in the game, and that is rescuing these Dyson Gatlings from in here. You may remember that they can't go in the transporter. And I wasn't really strong enough to get them out earlier, and then by the time I was strong enough, I kept forgetting and blah, blah, blah. So there's some threat in here, a few hybrids. I'm going to take the Force all the way through here, grab them, and come back. I hope. Let's see how that works. Oh, hi. So they had some shadow frigates moving around here right when we moved in. So let's, not sure what we want to do. Let's actually run away a bit and see what they do there. Okay. They're gonna fly away, and I'm gonna sort of let them do that so that we can deal with these hybrids. Obviously, that means we'll need to deal with them another time. But better not to try to bite off everything at once. Okay, and then where am I actually going? Camino is next. We may run into this hybrid on the way over. That'll just give us something else to get rid of. Yep. And yeah, okay, I think this is the one that we have to sort of circumnavigate some. If we want to get to Lachesis, which is right there. Oh yeah, we're in the path of it. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna move this way. And then we're gonna take out, because I don't want to deal with these on the way back through. Then, of course, we've got a hybrid equipment thing there. And there's no reason for us not to just eliminate this stuff now. Yeah, let's keep going up this way. Let's get rid of that. There we go. And we're losing some stuff, but the idea is to clear the path. Okay. And now we may lose some Dyson spawn on the way back through. I don't think that's avoidable. But what I want to have happen is just not, like, we have all this other stuff with it to help protect it and absorb the blow. Okay, so 3. There is where they're going to come out. This is the jump. Okay, let's get rid of this. Oh, that's going to be fun. Still, let's pay the price. Let's get rid of this. It's not going to take that long to pound through it. Just let's not have any of this stuff firing at us on our way back through. Okay, and so they're finally ready. And you know, I'm going to try to totally unify up here. There we go. And just do this as best we can. And we got 23 Dysons. And they do have 72,000 health is not a lot, but they're powerful. And I'm hoping that oh, we got that reprisal coming, and that's a big one. We're going to have to go help that out. So we need to get back and help out Pretoria. I didn't think we were going to get... Okay, so 3. We're still good here. Boy, this is getting hit hard. Regardless, we have more important things to do. Really, the most important thing to me here, goodness, it's almost destroying it, is that we get, you know, that we get out of here and we don't lose a bunch of the Dysons. Everything else is replaceable. They are not replaceable. And it looks like this thing's unfortunately going to heal because we took the fortress down a lot. But on the other hand, I don't plan on coming back in here. I don't think I have a reason to come back through here. And now the long journey across to Ratislava. And then we need to heal and whatever can. And actually, no need to... I don't even think I want to group move at this point. Just everybody get there. The Dysons will move a little bit slower, but they will get there. All of them survived. And we need to get to Pretoria as quickly as we can before we lose that system. Well, here they're arriving, and the fleet had just left Papagena, 4 jumps away. But on the other hand... You know, we've got 1 plasma sheath, a leech, and these polarizers. Most of them Mark 1. So it is a big fleet, but it's not something I'm overly concerned about. And here comes some other ships in from a neighboring system. I think we're going to be okay here, but that's still a lot of ships, so maybe, maybe not. Down to 600 and change. Under 600. The leech is in place. Plasma siege is on its way. And here comes our everything here, I think. Yeah, okay, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Just got to move in and clear this out. Whoa, hold on. No, let's not let that escape. That's a Mark IV leech. Yeah, that's what we're going to feel much better about. Especially when it comes to... There we go. Especially when it comes to getting some salvage in here. Let's take a look at what we've got. There we go. We got 1.4 million, and even with that, several hundred a second, we're going to be salvaging. We're up to 600 and some K. We've got all the Dyson Gatlings in. They'll help prepare us for the next attack. We're down to about 45 minutes here. So there's a limited amount more that we're going to want to do. We seem to be gradually, slowly moving up metal while we're doing these raids, getting things done. I think I want to add some more upgraded turrets next. I do believe. Let me. There we go. Our one active lab, and you know I want to keep moving on down the line here. So if we take the Mark III MLRS. And the Mark III missile. I think that's a good use of our knowledge. And then if we can get this metal up a little higher, I can boost those. Those will help with that next attack. And we'll be even that much more prepared. Threat down to 150, so I'm pretty happy with how all that's going at the moment. This is Hypatia, which I wanted to hit before I left Pretoria. Now, there was the hybrid hive spawner actually was right here on top of this wormhole, so that was easy. There's a couple down here in between these fortresses, but they're just drone spawners, so I'm not going to bother with that. But I do want to hit down here by Nemesis. I'm going to bother going down there for that equipment module. So let's just go ahead and work our way over there. And we don't, this is a really nice entrance and exit because we don't have any guard posts that I even have to deal with. There we go. And then I can just go back the same way, right through Callisto. And on my way in, I did sacrifice a few ships, but not many, to take out a painful cluster of guard posts in there. So right in here, there was a couple Mark III missiles. And then an MLRS also. And, you know, the missiles were guarding this whole part of the system. But now I can just go back through to Rhea, and there's nothing in the way. And of course, once we hit Rhea, we've got the gravity drill that actually slows down their, you know, spawned drones from even getting to us. And this is a long journey through here because of that gravity drill, but it's not going to be a painful one. And then we're back to safety. We can repair and move on. Now we're getting down to just a little bit over half an hour till the EXO arrives. So you can see this is Iapetus, one of the systems next to our homeworld. And they don't have much in here, but they've got another frigate here. So and there's some ships. So I just want to eliminate. Some of them are, yeah, cloaked. Okay. We're going to get rid of that. There we go. And then I'm going to move in to fat samurai as well. So I just want to clear out anything that might be, you know, thinking about joining in an attack. And you can see our super hybrid. Whoa, whoa, hold on. Where'd all that come from? Let's get back in there. They're going to stay active for us to kill them? I think they are. Good, let's do that. There we go. So that's the threat I was seeing. I want to eliminate any potential, you know, things that might be decide to come in with the exo. So that only thing that would be doing that is the actual exo ships themselves. And you can see in here, oh, it just, okay. Yeah, there was a shadow in here and it's going to escape to Zalata. Let's see what it's doing once it gets there. There's a few of them. You know what? I'm going to try to chase those down. I would prefer not to let them escape, and I think I've got the speed to potentially do it. Maybe. Yep. Rather fight them on friendly ground, but the most important thing is to fight them wherever they are. There we go. There's a few more of those gone. Now we have to worry about Nemesis. It's time to get there. Okay, now Nemesis is potentially a painful trip because it's 3 jumps away from Papagena. Normally they've been within 2, but sometimes 3 away. We haven't neutered any of these systems out here. Ganymede, we have. It's right next door to Papagena. Then we come into Bertha. It doesn't look like a horribly terrible journey. No, we should be able to come straight in through here. Now, Nemesis has an interplanetary munitions booster, which means anything that hits us is going to do twice as much damage. So, that could get a little interesting. See how hazardous our entrance is here. Oh, my. We got this whole half of the system to ourselves. Well, that I can take. That's going to be very nice. Let's just saunter on over here. And yeah, there isn't that much in here. It's not a system that's been on alert. So this should be a lot less painful than I thought that it could be. Dealing with a big conflagration of ships would be rough, but that's not what we're doing here. There we go. We take out the hybrid pretty quickly, and then we head back. That seems to be a good wrapping up point for me on this session. I'll probably hit Eugenia, maybe Ceres here real quick. Before, what I'm going to do is get all my ships back into Ratislava, boost my defenses there, assuming that's where the exo's going to hit. That's where it's hit before. Generally, exos do make a beeline for your homeworld more often than not. And so I just want to make sure there's no hint of any extra hybrids floating around. And then it'll be time to face the music. So that'll be coming up next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. More AI Warfleet Command coming up soon. And assuming we survive the EXO, we'll definitely be looking at hitting some more expansion. See you then.